Wouldn't you say that early voting also helps because it starts to push the needle? And when people start seeing, oh, people are already voting for her. All right, well, I got to get on it too. I mean, it's kind of like pre-sales with books. Like, there a lot of people don't understand how much is at stake from the beginning of these types of processes that actually end up creating momentum towards the end. Like
Absolutely.
that last little bit should just be a last little bit. It should be just like the last couple of folks, not everybody.
Absolutely. That is, and that's a huge tradition here that we have to change. One of
How
the
are
other
you
traditions,
changing it? How are you helping it change it?
well, we've been working on it. I think part of that too is another tradition here is that we just believe what elected officials tell us without
Oof.
actually following it up. I'm like, look
Yeah.
at the voting record of these individuals. And we
Oh, they just
started doing that.
lying. Eh,
Yeah, so many of them do, or they're very good at code switching or the language that they use to where people don't understand is layered in a lot of BS, you
Yes.
know? So that happens a lot too. And so what we've been doing for the past several years is like building a dominant narrative of what is the baseline questions and accountability that we want to hold all of our elected officials to. What is the report card? What's the measuring stick that we're going to measure your performance on,
Mm.
right? And so that's part of the tradition that we are trying to build. Like, you just can't come give me one of those typical stories. I did hard work growing up and pulled myself up by the
By the
bootstraps and,
bootstraps.
I built my own company, and I realized one day that we can do greater for the people. Man, whatever. Life is complicated. It has a lot of gray area in it, and people live in that gray area. And we need people who are
Yeah.
going to be real about what's going on in those areas. And so that's one of the traditions that we have to break here too, is becoming more civically engaged and knowing the difference of and who has what. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Another tradition too that we have to break, when I say and just believing what politicians tell us, we'll have politicians run on things like, I promise I'm going to lower taxes. Now, you might have someone saying this on municipal level, knowing good and well that the
I,
power of that is at the state or the federal level. But the
I
fact that you
call
said
these
you're going to
pizza
do it,
party. I call these pizza
yeah,
party politicians because that's middle school. Everyone running for sixth grade presidents. Like, I'm going to plan pizza parties. You don't have
yeah,
the
the
power.
power, exactly. Because people keep asking me, what am I going to do to codify Roe v. Wade? I said, I'm going to do the best as I can to be appealing and build the infrastructure so that 18 months we can get rid of Marsha Blackburn, because that happens in the Senate, and we can do our part in Tennessee by adding a Democratic progressive senator to the piece. So we have the numbers to codify those things that lie on the Senate floor.